Next up at UFC Atlanta, we have Paul Craig taking on Rodolfo Bellato in a rebooking, not a rematch, but a rebooking. Paul Craig, 17-9 in his career, 1-4 in his last 5 years on a 3-fight skid. He's taking on Rodolfo Bellato, 12-2 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that draw to Jimmy Crute. This was supposed to happen a few months ago at the Apex, but Bellato had some medical issue. That fight was canceled, and now here we are in Atlanta. The breakdown's going to remain exactly the same. I don't know what the medical issue was for Rodolfo Bellato. Maybe if it was something like real bad, I would be considering otherwise. Like,
like your fucking Markel's.
Well, it turns out Markel's a lying weasel who does that often. That was his third time pulling out of a fight at the last minute with a random issue just to fight next week against a lesser.
Because Markel was sick fucking 10 days ago.
Well, I also did the same thing when we talked about Aaron Blanchfield and Macy Barber. Said she should not be fighting.
Oh, yeah. Lily Bellato said I had a herpes outbreak.
Oh, there we go. Herpes. Great. So the herpes are gone. Ew. You get your Paul Craig. You got to fight him anyway. The herpes are gone.
Yeah, thank you for doing it because you acted. That was a little too casual there with like, oh yeah, you had herpes. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Instead of being like, yeah.
Well, it took me a second to really truly process it. All right. Same breakdown as before.
But technically, it is just a skin condition. You know, people act like
correct. That's why when there's not an outbreak.
Oh, got your ass. Yeah, I got your ass.
Paul Craig, very dangerous grappler, and that's kind of where it ends. He's proven that he's very tough. He will take a beating. He's never out of a fight. If you go to the ground with it when you shouldn't, you will actually be in some trouble, even though you know it's coming. His striking is just okay. He does have a random amount of power sometimes, but for the most part, his wrestling is not good enough to force it to the ground or to keep it on its feet. And he's coming off that decision loss to Bo Nickal. Rodolfo Bellato is a heavy-handed grappler. He does want to get takedowns, but to get those takedowns, he's just going to move forward and bomb away. He's going to stick around. He's going to slug it out, try to get in your face, try to drag you to the ground. He has 2 losses in his career, but it's to the same person in Vitor Petrino. His last fight was a draw with Jimmy Crute, and that's because he gave up a 10-8 first round, almost getting finished, but he managed to claw his way back to tie it up. Listen, the reality is Paul Craig is dangerous, but he's not good, if that makes any sense. He's good at one thing, very good at one single thing. And the more you know, the more you can be aware. Somebody like Rodolfo, who is a grappler, I can't remember the last time Paul Craig submitted a grappler. Right? He beat Andre Muniz. Was that a submission or a TKO on top?
He's beating the fuck out of him. That was a lock. He was a lock of the week too.
So I just can't remember the last time Paul Craig was able to submit a fellow grappler. And Rodolfo Bellato has the hands, has the offensive wrestling, has the grappling. Rodolfo Bellato should win this fight. This is back at light heavyweight. Rodolfo Bellato should be able to bully his way to a win here. So pretty straightforward. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I think Rodolfo is dumb enough to take this guy down, and I think he's going to get submitted. It's going to be a fun pick. I'm going to be at the fight. No. Ooh, my pussy. Ooh.
That's how you're going to be, correct? Because it's not going to go your way, and then you're going to be like, oh, is it my fault that fucking, and then some bullshit excuse.
I don't have a fucking dollar on Paul Craig. I'm just going to sit there and watch the fight and watch him fucking pull guard and throw up that triangle, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm going Paul Craig, but it's just a fun pick.
Okay. Well, when I'm over here giving serious breakdowns, you're giving fun picks.
Okay, everyone, fucking put Bellato in all your parlays. Good luck, everyone.
People did that with Patchy Mix, and yes, we were all pretty confident in Patchy Mix, but I say week in and week out, do not do multiple parlays with the same person. And this whole week was like Patchy Mix was the last leg of 9 parlays. It's like, dude, fuck. Why do you expose yourself to one person like that? In this sport...
Why expose yourself to one person when you can go to a fucking bus stop and really knock it out of the park? You ever walk in front of a movie theater? You walk in front of that screen, you got fucking 150 people looking at you dang-a-lang, and that'll really get you going. You don't even have to get hard first. You can blow a load. That thing's soft. All those people staring at you. Right, Angelo?
No, I disagree with that.
You don't think you'd get a little thrill showing your dick to random people?
I do not think I would get a thrill doing that, correct? It may actually be the opposite effect. It would shrivel up, and then I get embarrassed. No, guys, it's not. Hold on.
We'll be right back.
Hold on. And then you're trying to get it
What
back
was
up
that
and
action? Hold on a second.
slapping it around to get it up.
That's the hand motion you do.
Well, it's like a speed bag. Like,
Can you stand up and show us if you don't mind?
no.
Just a little
No.
how you get
No.
ready? Is that how you're getting ready in the bedroom? Like before you walk
I'm always
in?
ready to the
While you're
point where-
laying there, is that a lay down activity? While you're standing next to the bed? What's going on here?
Come on.
In the bathroom?
Not again. Come on. No, if anything, it's the opposite, where it's like, God, no, teacher, I can't stand up in class right now. Give me a minute. This is off the fucking rails, dude. Rodolfo
I
Bellato.
literally warned them before the stream started that you were going off script. So here we are.
This has nothing to do with that. This was on you.
It was on me. You're the one saying I would have to jerk myself off.
How did that conversation even get there?
You were
How did
literally,
that conversation
I
even
ended
get-
the conversation at whatever, and you were like, oh,
No,
by the way,
not whatever.
if I was about to
Not
walk into a
whatever.
movie theater and expose myself, I'd have to fucking get myself going.
You brought up the movie theater thing, which got
And then
this
it was done.
conversation off the rails.
That was a good way to end it. It was funny, topical. We moved on, and Angel's
topical.
like, if I
What's-
was at the movie theater.
How is that topical?
Oh.
What topic? Yeah. Rodolfo
Freestyle
Bellato,
Ange is a pervert. I agree.
Rodolfo Bellato needed a topical ointment
Sorry,
to
guys.
get into this fight, and he should be good to go. He is going to be the pick. $9,300 in DraftKings Fantasy. Honestly, I think he actually could be worth that money. I think he could find a finish on top, just elbow sandwiches, staying busy. He did get a little wilted in his last fight, which is nerve-wracking, but Rodolfo Bellato should be able to get it done. He should be worth that price point. And if you do want to check out every single pick, bet, and tool that we offer, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Oh, you're embarrassed? Yeah. Is that
This
you?
one.
Your embarrassed
I am,
face? Yeah.
Sitting here, I just don't know.
Okay.
This used to be a, honestly, it used to be a channel I think people would agree that people could go to for just nice, scientific, hard-nosed, just MMA breakdowns. And now it's just kind of willy-nilly, loosey-goosey, and I try to keep us on topic, and I try to talk about the fights. I was talking about Paul Craig, former Lock of the Week, and all this stuff, and we got Angelo standing up jerking off.